Build your dreams, live rich, and leave rich.
You trade stocks, you invest in mutual funds, but have you ever really stopped to think about what happens in the background? There's this massive, invisible system that springs into action with every single click. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see why it's the absolute bedrock of your entire portfolio.
Think about it. You tap Buy on your trading app, and a second later, boom, the shares are in your account. It feels like magic, right? But where do those shares, actually go? I'll give you a hint. They're not stored on your phone, and they're not locked in a physical vault at your broker's office. The real answer is the backbone of India's entire modern financial market.
To really appreciate just how amazing our current system is, we first have to take a little trip back in time. Imagine a world of investing built not on high-speed internet, but on piles and piles of paper.
Yeah, before 1996, every single share was a physical paper certificate. I mean, just think about the risks. A fire or a flood could literally wipe out your entire portfolio. Theft was a constant worry, and forgeries were a very real problem. And selling? Oh, that was a whole other headache. We're talking weeks, sometimes months, of couriering documents back and forth. And the worst part was the dreaded bad delivery. If a signature didn't match exactly, the whole trade was just canceled. It was slow, it was inefficient, and frankly, it was dangerous.
So clearly, that old system couldn't keep up. As the Indian markets grew, we needed a solution that was fast, that was secure, and that was efficient. And what came next wasn't just an upgrade, it was a total game changer for how we own our investments.
And that solution is called a depository. Now, the easiest way to wrap your head around this is with a really simple analogy. Just think of it as a bank. But instead of holding your cash, a depository holds all your financial securities, your shares, your bonds, your mutual funds, everything all in a super secure electronic form.
Here in India, this whole system is run by two main organizations, both regulated by CBI, NSDL and CDSL. I'm sure you've seen these names on your account statements. Just think of them as the two giant central banks for every single investment held in the country.
So, you've got this massive central system, but how do you, the investor, actually plug into it? Well, the answer lies in something you're probably already very familiar with, your demat account.
The magic trick that turns that physical paper into digital holdings is called dematerialization. Here's how it worked. You take your paper certificates to your broker, who is also known as a depository participant or DP. They would then send a digital request to the main depository, either NSDL or CDSL. After everything was verified, the physical paper was actually canceled, and an identical number of electronic shares were credited right into your demat account. It was a one-way ticket from that risky paper-filled past to the secure digital future we have now.
So this table really clears things up. First, and most important, is you, the investor. You are always the ultimate owner. Your broker, or DP, is your agent. They're like the local bank branch you walk into. But the depository itself, NSDL or CDSL, that's the central vault. It's the main headquarters where everyone's investments are kept safe. Your demat account is simply your personal window into that incredibly secure central system.
Okay, so this is all great, right? A powerful system working behind the scenes. But what does it actually mean for you? What's the practical benefit? Let's talk about the real-world advantages, the digital dividend that every single one of us gets as an investor.
I mean, the difference is just night and day. The huge risk of theft or loss, it's gone, replaced by digital security. Transfers that took weeks, now they settled the very next day after a trade, what we call T+1 settlement. And trading is just seamless. But the most revolutionary change is actually in that third row. The entire idea of ownership was transformed.
This quote from Nissim really hits the nail on the head. That word, fungible, is key. All it means is that every share of a company is now identical and interchangeable. With paper certificates, each one had a unique serial number, but in the demat world, one share of TCS is exactly the same as any other share of TCS. This fungibility is the secret sauce that makes our modern, high-speed electronic trading even possible. We don't have to track specific pieces of paper anymore, just the number of shares you own.
And what's really cool is that this powerful system isn't just for your stocks. Your demat account is so much more than that. It's basically a universal vault for almost all of your financial assets.
Just look at this list. Of course, you've got your equity shares, but you can also hold corporate bonds, government securities or GSECs, your mutual fund units, ETFs, warrants, even commercial paper.
It consolidates your entire financial life, putting everything in one single, secure, and easily accessible digital space.
So, when you boil it all down, all this complex infrastructure is really designed for one single purpose: to create an unshakable foundation of trust for millions and millions of investors like you and me.
NSDL and CDSL are really the silent, invisible guardians of your wealth. They are regulated by SEBI, and their job is to make sure every transaction settles correctly and your ownership is absolutely, indisputably protected. They are the foundation of trust that lets you tap buy on a simple app and know with complete certainty that your investments are safe.
So the next time you log in to check your portfolio, just remember the immense secure infrastructure standing behind it. With that kind of peace of mind, you're free to focus on the much bigger picture. The only question left is, what's the next big financial goal this incredible system can help you achieve?